would be requesting Priyanka and Nehal to please help the peer group. I'll please be requesting Priyanka or Nehal to please help the peer group. So there will be people who are joining in late, and you will probably need to reshare the collab link with them. Please do that. Priyanka and Nehal, any one of you will please do that. Thank you, Mario. Great. So friends, good evening once again to all of you. Let me take a quick recap. We'll be doing with Python strings in the first 20 minutes. Then we'll be doing simple problem solving in 40 minutes. These are like simple machine level tests which are going to solve about me. Then I'm going to talk about a little bit about internship portal, and as a welcome gesture to everyone who comes for every week's master classes, for one particular subject, you will be given a code. So don't be under the wrong impression that, oh wow, so I've got a code I can apply to all subjects. No, you cannot. This is so in 80 code for databases and SQL programming. Why I'm encouraging this is because I just told you, right? Most of the product-based companies want Python and SQL skill to be very good. So when I conduct my SQL masterclasses, it should be important that you have gone through this database and SQL programming course, because SQL masterclasses are going to be a little heavy. So they're not so light. Okay. And today also you'll realize in the very first masterclass of Python will also go to heavy to some people. It will not go light. Trust me. Okay. So that's the reason I wanted to start with the course. Maybe you give half an hour or 1 hour every day of learning on database and SQL programming course, so that next month when I'm having SQL series of master classes, you will be really able to enjoy and participate. Okay. So without knowing anything, coming to the master class is a waste of your time. My time also getting wasted, your time also getting wasted. Okay. Out of the class assignments, I'll be solving 2 out of 3. For one, I'll be giving you the complete solution. I'll tell you about it, but I'll be giving you the complete solution. Okay, cool. So I hope, friends, you have understood the agenda for today. This is cut to cut for 2 hours. I don't think so we have any time for kind of time pass or any kind of leisure time in between. No breaks, nothing possible. Okay. So are you liking the agenda for today, friends? Are you with me for the agenda for today? Yes, no. Come on, give me a thumbs up. Yes, no. Are you in for the agenda for today? Good. Perfect. Great. Okay. Now I have already shared the link of this particular notebook. I would humbly request everyone to please take care of their audio. Please keep it switched off. Please take care of the audio channels. Okay. Now what I'm going to do exactly is I'm going to turn off my video, because I know you're concentrating on my screen, you're concentrating on the coding, and you will have to code at your end also. Okay. So I will not be watching the chats for some time. Let me look at my full screen. I hope the full screen now is clear. I hope this font is clearly visible to everyone. Anyone to confirm? Yeah, thank you, friends. You're confirming. Great. Perfect. Great. Right. So, friends, now starting with Python strings, any collection of characters, set of characters kept in single or double quote is called as string in Python. Right? It's called as string in Python. So I have got a string here. If I want to extract any particular character from the string, I have to use a very basic concept of indexing. So when I use a concept of indexing, I can extract a character. So if I want to assume a particular character, let's say if I want to extract the character C, what is the index of C? It's 2, because indexing in Python, Java, and JavaScript, 3 languages, Python, Java, JavaScript, starts from 0. You will say, Rocky, in all languages, they start from 0. No, in SQL programming language, index starts from 1. Remember, okay? So Python, JavaScript, and Java, indexing starts from 0. Okay, right. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So you are having S of 2, which is going to produce the character C. Let me run this cell. How do you run the cell? You have this play button here. Shortcut kya hoga? Shortcut will be Shift Enter or Control Enter. But I think if you are new to Colab, you can click this play button and this cell will run. Okay, and when it runs, it tells you that S of 2 is character C. Length of this entire data is 26 characters. And if I want to concat anything to the string, I can use a plus operator. So plus operator in Python is used for concatenation of the 2 strings. Okay, right. Now I want all of you to take 30 seconds, not even a second more. In 30 seconds, everybody will please run this code cell. You know how to run, no? Click on the play button. And moment you have ran the code cell, you will tell me code ran on the chat. Code ran on the chat. I'm holding. And after my today's session get over, I'll be taking an open feedback. If there is any suggestions for me how I can improve, I would be welcome to hear that. Anything which can improve my teaching learning process, I would be more than happy. And yes, I will also be having some, not today, of course, not in the master class, but I'll be having some career related open question and answer rounds also. So we're going to have sessions for career related open question and answers as well. Okay. Great. So code has been run for so many people. Very nice. Very nice. Great. Perfect. Now I'm moving on further. Friends, many of us are aware, but we don't use it. There is a built-in string class in Python and it is named as str. How is it useful? It is useful. Have a look at this. See friends, in Python, you don't declare a variable type. You don't declare a variable type. In Python, I don't, in Java, we say int, we say float. That means we declare a variable before we assign anything to it. But in Python, we don't do that. Because in Python, the variable type is dynamic. That means at runtime, depending upon the data on the right side, pi will get, or the variable on the left will get its own data type. So 3.14 kya hai? It's a float number. So automatically pi will become of type float. Now, if you want to concat it, then you should actually first convert it into a string. So how do you convert anything into a string? By using the function str. Never ever, I repeat my words, never ever concat an integer or a float directly to a string. It will concat, but it is going to, at times in computations or in problem solving, give you wrong results. In machine test, you should always first ensure that you're converting your data into a string type and then concating. Don't leave it to automatic string conversions. Many times in company machine tests, because they have their own platforms where they conduct machine tests. Say for example, if you're giving an example for cred, we were hiring ML engineers with 5 years experience for cred in the month of December last year and Jan. We, out of 6, we could hire 3 people for them. So when they were taking machine test, many people complained that what works on, probably on my local VS Code editor, or probably works on my Colab or Jupyter, was not working there. Yeah, that was right, because they told that you should not depend upon auto typecasting. Auto typecasting is many times not allowed in machine tests, so you should actually convert it and then probably use it. Okay, this is a very important piece of suggestion in case if you ever give a machine test, and I'm sure you would one day or the other. Everybody dreams of working in a product based company where you have to face the machine test. Uske bina to koi, there is no alternative. So obviously the answer here is the value of pi, which is basically this particular string to whom I've concatenated another string. So notice I'm not concatenating a float to a string, I'm concatenating a string to a string. Okay, cool. Now I want you to take 30 seconds, all of you. Come on, run that code, please. I'm taking 30 seconds pause. I want all of you to run that code. If str code is ran, you will say str ran. You will say str ran. I'm holding. Fantastic. Vijay is going super fast. He's going super fast. Very nice. Perfect. So many people reporting as str ran. That's fantastic. My class, fantastic. Great. Now you will not only hear me, but you would also memorize along with me. You're understanding? You're not only going to hear me, you're going to memorize with me as I go on speaking. String methods, you'll say, oh Rocky, these are 2 simple methods. I agree they are simple methods, but it is worth remembering, my friends. S lower dot S upper क्या करेगा? Will convert all characters to lowercase and uppercase respectively. Strip is going to remove the white spaces from the start and the end, that means on the left and the right side of the word. Is alpha will check whether the input characters are alphabet. Is digit will check whether the input characters are digit or not. Is space will check whether the input is a space character or not. If it is, I will return to you true. If it is not, I'll return to you false. Starts with will check, does your string S starts with a particular character or a word. Ends with will check whether it ends with a particular character or a word. Find is going to find whether this particular word exists in your given word. For example, does Rocky Jittiani has the word Rocky? How will I find it? I'll use a function find to find it. Replace can replace the old string with a new string. Next, for example, I want to replace the old string Python with the string Python 3, because what version of Python you and I are using is Python 3.9 or 3.10, so it's Python 3. Then split is a beautiful function, very useful. Whatever delimiter you give me, delimiter means something like a comma, a space, or some special character. If you give me that, I'll split on that. A good example is, look, I have got a string here, A, B, C. How are they separated? By a comma. Notice, separated by a comma. So if I use a split function, I can split this on the basis of a comma, and the output is the string will become a list of strings. I repeat, a string will become a list of strings. So the input is a string and the output is a list. Exactly opposite to a split function is a join function. Join क्या करता है? Join will take in a list of inputs. Join will take in a list of strings, a list of inputs, and join them by having some separator in between. Join them by having some separator in between. You see, and when you do so, this is the output. So look at the reverse. You gave me a string, split function gave me a list of strings. You gave me a list of strings, join function joined them together and gave you a string back. Okay, so split and join in short are used, like opposite or complementary to each other. Now pay a lot of attention. Okay, so let me do something over here. So I have a friend of mine on the batch here. Her name is Priyanka. Okay, now I have written Priyanka over here where P is capital, and let's say that I'll put even R as capital here. Now if I take this name 1 and I say lower, obviously everything will become lowercase. If I say upper, everything will become uppercase. Apart from lower and uppercase, friends, we also have something called as title. Title का मतलब होता है that when you give me a word, I will change it to the first character being capital. Only the first character being capital. So all of the characters are going to go small case. So title के बाद क्या होगा आप खुद देखिए यहाँ पर. Have a look. So lowercase change Priyanka all to lowercase. Uppercase change Priyanka to uppercase. Shivam title case, so S was capital and then all you can say small case. Okay, what next I have checked? Okay, I have got a string swinconsultants.com. Please notice, you see the two dots here? I think you can see this. These two dots indicate there is a space. I purposefully put a space here. So I put two spaces at the left, two spaces on the right. If I look at the length of the string, initially it is 24 characters. But after stripping, the length is 20 characters only. Why? Because two character space got chipped or cut from the left and two character space got chipped or cut from the right. Simple. Therefore, a length of strip name is going to give you 20 in hand. Moving further, if I notice, so you can try this out by uncommenting this. You know what I'm doing? I'm stripping the extra spaces and I'm concatenating the stars on the either side. Have a look. Interesting. So strips, the spaces have got stripped out and you have got stars on both the sides. If you're wondering, Rocky, why there is a space here? That's going to come, my friends. That's going to come. Because whenever you use a comma, which is basically a way that print statement is printing multiple things. So print statement is I'm printing the string one, then I'm printing the string two. Friends, please be very careful of the audio. I humbly request. Please be very careful of the audio.
પણ સીટ તો અલગ રે ના સીટ તો આપડી સીટ આલી નો की અમે તો રહેવા લગા બેઠી
Friends,
મગરીબ બાદ સીટો નહીં આ રહી.
okay, right. So, sorry for the inconvenience, friends. Yeah. So what we have here is a strip name dot strip, which is going to strip the extra spaces on the left and the right, and then what you have is the asterisk on both sides, which is getting concatenated. Okay, right? You get this, right? So what is next? Okay, so if I notice this, I like to ask you a very simple question. In this test characters called Rocky Sir, ROCKYSIR, do you see all alphabets? Come on, give me an answer, yes or no. Do you see all alphabets? Yes or no? On the chat, please use only the chat. Coming to audio is out of question because there are too many people on the group. Absolutely, absolutely correct. So obviously, is alpha is going to give me an answer as true. In the next case, pin code of the place where I stay in Bombay, 4000093. Is this data, or is this having any character which is a non-digit, or is it having only digits? क्या लगता है आपको? Is it having only digits? Yes, no. Absolutely, it's having only digits. Great, great, absolutely. So obviously, is digit is going to give me 100% true. And do you see a space here? Yes, I do a space. I do see a space. So is space is also going to give me true. So if I run this code once again, please notice I've got true in all the three cases. Okay. Now I'm going to give you about maybe about 1 minute to go through the code. Put your name here. It's not supposed to be Priyanka. It's going to be your name here and your friend's name here. And you're going to try this code. Come on, everyone get to work. I'm holding. Moment it is done, you will say str functions done. You will say str functions done. Okay, cool. Now there are people who have joined in late. Okay, so please follow my instructions again. I'm back on the camera. So all those people who have joined in late, I humbly request Priyanka, nobody else, Priyanka and Nehal, please reshare the collab link. Maria just shared the collab link. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Right. So yeah, thank you, Priyanka. So friends, now Maria and Priyanka is not helping them, they're helping all of you. वो आप सब लोग को help कर रहे हैं. So people who have come in late is not appreciated. Trust me, I'm not happy with people who have come in late. Okay, people who have come in after 7 are not appreciated, but anyway, no problems. So you've just come in. This is the collab link which we're dealing with. When you click on that collab link, ऐसा collab notebook आपके browser पे open होगा, जैसे आपको मेरे screen पर दिख रहा है. You will see a small button here called copy to drive. Moment you click that button, this notebook will get copied to your drive, and that's it. That button will disappear. Okay, and you will see your logo. You will see your Google profile over here. This is a Google profile of the company Swin Consultants. No, we're just conducting this masterclass. So you will see your login credential here. Okay, right? And we have just finished with 2 code blocks. So people who come in late, and how do you run a code block? Click the mouse here and click this play button. That's it. The system will run, the code will run. Okay, cool. So I will wait for about a minute more till the latecomers are taking a grasp कि क्या हो रहा है. Otherwise they will feel lost for the entire another 1.5 hours. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. They are also our friends. They've come in late this time, they will not come late next time. Perfect. So we'll wait for 1 more minute. If there is any help needed, please ask for help on the chat. There are many people, Priyanka, Maria, Meenu, Vaibhav, there are many people who can actually help others. Okay, right. Spear help should go on. Thank you. I'm waiting for a minute more maximum. People who have come in late will please say ready. People who have come in late, they got the collab notebook, they will say, please say ready. Moment they say ready, I will continue further. Perfect. I see some latecomers saying they are ready. Fantastic class. Fantastic. So we will not wait any longer. We will continue further. So now after this, we are looking at what are slices. Slices का मतलब होता है like if take a piece of cake, you slice it into smaller pieces. Same way you can actually slice a string. Now by heart with me. If I look at a string indexing, if I go from left to right, the indexing goes from 0 to n minus 1. कितने characters are total? 5. N minus 1 will be 4. So I'm going from 0 to 4. But you can always read a string in reverse also. The indexing which also goes from right to left exists in Python. And the right to left indexing in Python and JavaScript both, not Java, JavaScript and Python in both these languages goes like this. Left to right indexing 0 to n minus 1. Right to left indexing from minus 1 onwards up till minus n. So if you remember this, it will be cool, right? It will be easy for you to access the string in positive or negative directions. Positive means left to right, negative means right to left. Okay, cool. Now let's have a look. Supposedly somebody tells me that Rocky, here I want to access ELL. So I will ask him, what is the index of E? He will say 1. Okay. You want to go to what level? He'll say, I want to go to this L. So always give 1 more than that. Usse ek zyada do aap. So you were starting from 1 and you said 4, right? So it will end at 4, which means it will not pick up the end index. It will go to pick up end index minus 1. जो भी end index दोगे उससे एक कम तक pick up करेगा वो. So ELL will be picked up. If you want to pick up, start from E up till the end. You do not know where the end. You just say up to the end. Then in that case, you can actually pick up by saying 1 colon, where 1 colon means you're going to go from E all the way up to the last character, which is O. And if you say colon, that means start index, not given. End index, not given. Array? So what? If you don't give any index, you are printing the whole string from the 0th character to the last character. No wonder the output is hello. Now a critical thing. What if, Rocky, what if I say once you start karo and go up till 100? No problems. You can always exceed the last index. Don't worry. As many characters are there, only that much characters will get printed. So don't worry about you getting any error. Okay? So this is also going to work. Fine. Now, what is negative index? Negative index means from right side. Simple. So if I say minus 1, I'm picking up the last character, that is O. If I say I'm minus 4, okay, you start counting from opposite side, huh? Start counting. So this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So minus 4 is E exactly. So if I say simply minus 4, I'll get the output as E. How about saying S colon minus 3? कोलन मतलब कोलन के पहले कुछ लिखा है? नहीं लिखा है, मतलब 0. अगर आपने कुछ नहीं लिखा है कोलन के पहले, which means 0. What I mean to say is, I've written like this, no? Have I written anything here? No, which means zero indexing. So zero indexing means I want to start the zeroth character and go up till last minus 3. Remember, negative indexing means ulta padna, right to left padna. So last minus 3. So from zeroth character, you're going to last minus 3. अच्छा, so last minus 3 कौन है? देखते हैं. Last minus 3 is this L, right? This one, this fellow L. So starting with the zeroth character, so HEL should be the expected output of this. No, it will not be. अभी तो मैंने बताया था आपको कि whenever you do whatever is the end index you have given, you will go to one less than the end index. So therefore the output is only HE. Okay. Last. How about saying minus 3 colon? Meaning to say, how about we saying that we are writing minus 3 here and not writing anything here. This is the simplest here. If you don't give me anything here, I will simply blindly go up till the last character. What are the rocket signs here? So you're going from the minus 3, which is L, you're going up to the last character. So L, L, O will be the output, and that is gone correct as you can see here. Okay, right. So let's see on slicing. There are some examples here. There is colon 3, which means you want to pick up the first 3 characters. Minus 3 colon, which means you want to pick up the last 3 characters. 3 colon, which means you want to pick up from the third character to the last character. And here you want to pick up from the first character up till the third last character. I repeat, up till the third last character. So in this case, you have, in case you're feeling confused, get the first to the third last character. So first to third last character in this over here, you are starting from the first character, and third last character happens to be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So I think it should go up till the dot. It has gone up till the dot. See, com छोड़ दिया, com छोड़ दिया उसने. It's gone up till the dot. Okay, right now I want all of you to carefully view the comment, carefully view the slicing, and carefully use your brains to analyze the output. Okay, you got a confusion, ask me over the chat. I will re-explain. Any problem which is getting confused, pick and paste it over the chat. I'll re-explain. Okay, or if you want to come to audio, take care, you should have no background noise. If you're having background noise, then only, no background noise, only then come to the audio and ask me the question. 1 minute is for all of you. I'm waiting. Friends, I'm holding. I repeat my words. I'm holding for another 30 seconds more. Any doubts, please ask. And if no doubts, you will say all clear. Like Maria, Priyanka, Weber reported as clear. Few more messages come in. I will continue further. Okay. Right, absolutely, friends. So we have only finished with Python strings. It took us much more than 20 minutes. It has taken about 40 minutes of the session. Not a problem. We will try and cover up our speed in simple problem solving, which is the next thing. Okay, right? So let us see this now. What we're doing next, friends. Our next milestone is now your brains are going to put to good use. Till now, you are not solving anything. You are not using your brains. I had solved it completely for you. You are only running the codes. Now you start using your brains. We need to use string function which you have learned to solve 4 coding problems. CP means coding problems, which are usually used at first level of machine testing. Let's try to solve each problem within 8 minutes. Some problems will take 4 minutes, some problems will take 5 minutes. Okay. First, think of the logic on paper. I mean, the paper doesn't mean literally paper. Paper means rough paper पर थोड़ा सोचो, or maybe in your brains. Think about it, and then you need to code. Never ever start blindly coding. Okay, that is the first sign of being unsuccessful. Okay, so let us see what all we are having here on my screen. Okay, so friends, is my voice coming in clear? Is my voice coming in clear? Give me a confirmation. Yes, okay, fine. Thank you, friends. Cool. So let's have a look at this. My first problem is counting your donuts. Given an integer count of a number of donuts, return a string in the form number of donuts where the number is passed in. However, the count is 10 or more, then use the word many instead of the actual count. Cool. So if I have 5 or something like that, let's say less than 10, then I should return to you number of donuts and the number of donuts you have. But if your count is more than 10, I repeat, more than 10, then you should return to me number of donuts colon many. The problem is partly solved, partly you have to solve. So let us see. First problem, I'll help you. Input function is given, friends. How many donuts you have now? Obviously, input function's role is to get the input from the user. Now, obviously, friends, I'm assuming that most of you on the group have enrolled into the Python coding course. That means you have paid and enrolled into the Python coding course. On that, that's the reason you're over here into the masterclass. And when you have enrolled, you would have already learned from my videos on Python coding course on the internship portal of how to accept the input. Okay, so you are accepting the input. Now, once the input is accepted and you come into the variable count, what I'm doing is I'm converting it into an integer. Why I'm converting it? Because by rule, any input you accept in Python is always in string form. Always in string form. So you're converting from string format to integer. That is rule, compulsion. If you use int, it will convert to int. If you use float, it will convert to float. If count is less than 0, that means negative, then the system is somebody trying to fool me. So I'm saying, how can you have negative donuts? I'm not a nut. Now, what else we have to code? According to the problem, we have to basically check if the count value is less than 10, colon, don't forget the colon whenever you use if statement. Never forget the colon. You go ahead printing. What was to be printed? I had to print number of donuts. Number of donuts. And Aji Sikhaya na, today only I have taught you, no, never ever do ghai ghai and concat an integer to a string. Don't do susti. So convert your integer count into a string and then perform the concat. You get me? I use the word do susti. Don't be lazy in not doing it. Or it happens automatically. A lot of things happen automatically in life. You should not depend on that. Okay, it's not going to work in machine tested companies. Okay, but what if the count is probably not less than 10? That means it's 10 or more. Simple. Exactly. If the count is 10 or more, if the count is 10 or more, then we don't want anything like this. So what we could do is we could simply print number of donuts are many. Simple, right? So people who are like, kind of all the time coding in Java, they will probably have the habit of putting a semicolon at the end. No, no semicolon in Python, please. Okay, let me run this code. If I run this code, how many donuts you have now? Let's say if I have 5 donuts, I press an enter, I say number of donuts 5. I run the code again. I give -5 or -6, whatever number of your choice. How can you have negative donuts? I'm not a nut. Cool, fine. So obviously it will print this, but it's already printed that I'm not a nut, so you cannot have negative number of donuts. Oh, if you want that, I repeat, if you want that all this piece of code should not come if the number of donuts are negative, then what we should do? Then we should put a else statement here. Okay, and shift all this code inside this. How do you do that? It's simple. No, in Python everything works on indentation. So because of indentation, all your code has come inside this else part, and this is the else part for this particular person called if. Okay, so let me run this code once again and give me here -5. So I will only see the first part of the output coming. I'll not see the second part of the output coming. I'm running the code once again to give the value more than 10, that is 11, and I press an enter. Notice number of donuts many. I know some of you will ask, Rocky, what is going to happen if I give a string? You're not supposed to give a string, but if you give a string, no worries, int will fail. Int will fail and give you an error. Why? Because you're converting the input into an integer, no? You see? So because you're converting the input into an integer, automatically int count will raise an exception, which is called value error, which means your input given was wrong. Okay, cool. So I think we have tested for all the required conditions and it is working as expected. So somebody has come in now so late. Right. So I'm going to go ahead now. Uh, yeah. So Priyanka, if you're not able to see the question, just go to that respective cell and probably rerun the cell. You just need to rerun the cell. You will be able to see the question. You just need to rerun the cell. There's an image here, so you'll probably just rerun the cell. It'll go. Don't worry, it'll come. Perfect. Are you able to see the question on your screen? I mean to say, आप सबको अपना क्वेश्चंस दिख रहा है आपके नोटबुक में? जरा चेक करके मुझे बताओ. Okay, दिख रहा है, right? Very good, very good, perfect. So everyone is having, people who are doing the sincerely the Python coding course. Many people have enrolled on the Python coding course and Java coding courses and for Excel coding courses on our platform. To be very honest, many people have enrolled. So people who are doing those coding courses will find this coding very easy. Make sure the master classes are ideally meant for people who are completing a certain part of the coding course so that they're able to participate here properly. Okay, so this is a code here. I'm punching it to you not for the purpose of copy pasting, but I'm punching it to you so that if you are weak in coding, at least you have a support. Okay, right? So I'm going to hold for 2 minutes patiently for all of you to finish. Moment you finish with this code, you will say donuts done. You will say donuts done. I'm holding. That's fantastic. Many people are reporting as done. I hope they are not copy pasting my code. They are typing they're looking at my screen and typing their code themselves. I hope that. Perfect. Very good. I'm still going to hold for at least 1 more minute. Relax. People who have finished should start thinking and solving the next problem. People who have finished should start thinking and solving the next problem. Others who are doing slow and steady, no problems. There is no race here. There is no race here. Do at your own pace. Vaibhav, I do not know why you're asking this. You have to enroll. These are master classes which are part and parcel of the Python coding program course of people who have enrolled. So people, if you enroll on our portal, which I'll talk about after some time, you have to pay and enroll into it, and you have to complete the quizzes and the assessment test. Automatically, you will be able to get your as your certificates on the Python coding course, not the internships. Python coding course. Yeah, Maria, you can post your question over the chat, please. Maria, please post your question. Yeah, exactly. So in that case, we can convert this whole code into a function. I can dump this whole code into a function and call it. So in that case, input function will not be required. You're correct. So input function will not be required in that case if I am calling it by using a function. But my logic will not change, Maria. Objective is to do problem solving. That means logic building. That will not change. Okay. I see many people reporting as donut done. Now I'm going to be requesting one of you to please come forward. Whoever wants to come forward to read this question and has no background noise, I repeat my words, has no background noise, will come forward and say audio over the chat. Please say audio over the chat. Please type audio so that I can give you audio permission. Don't directly come to audio, please. Type audio over the chat. Okay, Maria needs to come ahead. Maria, I hope you have no background noise. Please come on audio, Maria.
Yes, sir.
Yes, over to you, Maria, to read this particular question.
Given a string yes, return a string made of the first two and the last two characters of the original string. So climb yields CLB. However, if the string length is less than 2, return instead the empty string.
Okay, so let's say if I give you a string only as CL, what would you return to me? Will you return to me CL or will you return to me an empty string?
Empty string.
Absolutely. Great. So friends, after accepting your input, you need to write your code here. All of you have 2 minutes to complete the code. All of you have 2 minutes to complete the code. If you've completed your code, you can please post your code over the chat. You can please post your code over the chat. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I will not disturb you. Please think and write your code. I see my class is going excellent. It's going awesome. Uh, well, I see people have reported their answers over the group, and बाकी लोग भी कर रहे होंगे. I'll wait for 1 more minute before I type my answer. Before I type my logic in my mind, I'll type it out. I'll wait for 1 more minute. More people have finished will please punch their answers. Simply saying done will not help. You have to punch your answer over the chat. Please. Thank you. Okay, so I don't see more answers coming on the group. So let's now go ahead thinking of how you're going to solve the problem. Remember, name variable has already got your input. Now, I remember when Maria read the question, she read that, Rocky, if the length of my name is less than 2, then she said, you should print a blank. So I'm doing that. I'm printing a blank. Okay. I'm not printing anything in short, other, saying this way. Okay. So how about we looking at now the criteria. Now, if I look at my question, it says extract the first two characters. So my first two characters of my name are going to obviously be slicing wise 0:2, right? I'm making it very simple. The last two characters of my name are obviously going to be name. Remember, -2, reverse indexing. -2, say last character. That means you're going to pick up the last two characters. Perfect, my friends. So you will now print. I can put all this in one line also, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep things simple because there are students who have, just started learning Python programming course. So I want to keep things very simple. So this becomes very simple, right? So if you're having I'll print a blank space. I'll pick up the first two characters of your name, the last two characters of your name, and I'll concat that. Simple. Let's check it. I run my code. Okay. And I give my input over here as Rocky, and I press an enter. I say ROKY. RO first two characters, KY last two characters. Simple, right? Great. I hope even my solution is like understandable and convenient to many. I'll punch my solution also over the chat. But there are n number of possible solutions which can happen. Okay, right. So let's have a look here. Punch it across this. Okay, so we come to the coding problem 3 called fix_start. Other than Maria, who will take the lead to read this? Come on. Other than Maria, who will take the lead to read this? Type audio over the chat. Please type audio over the chat. Anybody willing to come forward to read? Come on, guys. Who's planning to come forward to read? Okay, so Maria, can you come forward to read the next question?
Sir, I tried the same code you have given now
Mm-hmm.
for this problem, but when it was less equal to 2, the string length was equal to 2, it is printing the same string two
Yeah,
times.
that's right. No? It is going to print the same string because the question says string length is less than 2, not equal to 2. So equal to 2, we'll have to print the same twice.
Okay.
That is right. It
Mm-hmm.
should work that way only.
Mm.
Right? Yeah. Perfect. Can we read the next question, please?
Yes. Uh, Fix start. Given a string yes, return a string where all occurrences of its first character have been changed to asterisk, except do not change the first character itself. Example, Babel yields BA asterisks double asterisks LE.
Okay. So did you notice return a string where all occurrences of its first character? So
B
B's correct. All occurrences of B has been changed to asterisk, leaving the first character B. You get me? Right?
yes.
I hope everybody is getting this. Yeah, fine. Thank you. You can come on mute. You can go on mute. I'll continue further. So just a hint, friends, you need to use a replace function over here and perform a replace over here. Again, I'm giving you 2 minutes to build the logic and try out the code. Come on, my class. I'm sure you can. Yeah, Vijay, you want to come to audio? Please come over. Come over to audio, Vijay.
So actually, I put it the text that message to read the question itself.
Okay, so I'll give you the chance to read the next question because these are the easy parts. The CP4 is also very easy. The difficult part is going to come on the class assignment for today, task 1. But we will see how much difficult part can be solved. So we will see that. Don't worry. Yeah, please continue. Yeah, everyone, please continue with the coding. Yeah, Aman, I can't send the question in the chat. Why? Because the question part is actually an image, so this cannot be sent. You'll have to click this box and say shift enter or control enter to rerun this cell. Move to rerun this cell. ये टेक्स्ट सेल होता है अमन. आप उसको एक बार रीरन करोगे ना तो ये अपने आप इमेज आपको आ जाएगा. Okay, this is an image, so I can't send it across. Well, I'm sure people have finished. Nofil has punched his answer. Very good, Nofil. Excellent going. But that's not the way it has to be solved. It is not replacing one character with an asterisk. So it's not that simple. Okay. So let us see how we're going to solve this, friends. I want everyone's attention on the screen. I want everyone's attention on the screen, please. On my screen. Okay. So what I'm doing exactly, friends, is first of all, I will try to extract which is the first character of my name. आपको करना क्या है exactly? What is the objective? Objective is I should know what is the first character of my name. Let's say if my name first character is B, first you'll extract that, no? Isn't it? So we're doing that. So name of 0 is going to give me the first character which I'm putting in the variable called front. What next? Next time what I'm doing exactly is, now I'm going to basically extract the string where I'm getting the part of my string from the second character. समझ रहे हो? From the second character. What does it mean? It means कि आपका second character से आप data को extract करो. So back is equal to name. I'll put over here 1 colon. That means I'm going from the first character to the last character. So that is a string available in back. So what is back going to hold? Back is going to hold A B B L E. देखो babel का B कहाँ था? फ्रंट में गया. A B B L E कहाँ आ गया? बैक में. ठीक है? Now what? The next thing that comes up here is to do the work of replacing. That is exactly what Nofilter did now. So do replacing work now. Okay, do replacing work now. So how will I going to replace? I will have, let's say, a new variable, let's say fixed back. I mean to say, I'm just giving some sensible variable names. I'll take the string in back and I'll use a replace function over 8. And in replacing, what we're supposed to do? We want to replace the front variable with the asterisk variable, which I'm doing. Simple. So I'm replacing the front with the asterisk. है ना? Right? Now, that is still not the answer. No, Rocky sir, answer आ गया. नहीं दोस्तों, answer नहीं आया, क्योंकि my new name has to be equal to the concatenated part of front plus the fixed back. This one, this variable, है ना? Right? So, I'm just trying to basically think about the problem while I'm speaking about it. Right? So, and I'm just going to go ahead printing the new name to check whether it is equal to what we are expecting from it or not. So let's run the code and check. No, let's just run the code. Let me run this code first. Okay, it's asking me first character repeated itself. Okay, fine. So I'll enter Babel only, just to check. Am I getting the right output? Yes, sir, I've got the right output. So B repeats internally, so I've got the right output. Okay, you want to try this again? Okay, cool, I'll try this again. I'll rerun the cell and I will enter Google. Okay, Google. G repeat होता ना Google में, तो G repeat हो गया, G star हो. Right? Makes sense. It makes sense. Somebody asked me, Rocky, what if the character doesn't repeat? I don't know why are you asking this also. If the character doesn't repeat, there will be no star coming in. Khatam. Example, my name. ROCKY, R doesn't come inside. So there will be no asterisk. Khatam. What is there to wonder so much? Right? So that's my code here. I don't want to punch this code. Okay, I don't want to punch this code. I want you to try doing it yourself. Anyway, the recording of the sessions are going to be, coming over to you. I'll tell you where it's going to get uploaded. I'll repeat. I'll tell you where it's going to get uploaded also, but after some time. Okay. Yeah. So please, you can put up your code. Try doing your code. I'm holding. Very good, Azam. Very good. Good work. Vijay, very good work. I'm holding. I'm holding. Okay, Aman says, didn't understand the ratio part. Yeah, sure. So what I've done, Aman, is that I have picked up only the first character of Babel, that is B, and dumped it in the variable front. And for every other character, starting from A up till the end, I have dumped it in the variable back. Because हमें जो replace operation करना है, वो पूरे Babel पर नहीं करना है. अगर हम रिप्लेस ऑपरेशन पूरे बैबल पर करेंगे तो बी भी रिप्लेस हो जाएगा. हमें बी को रिप्लेस नहीं करना है, हमें बी को रिप्लेस करना है इतने में से, ए बी बी एल ई. उसके लिए हमने रिप्लेस जो अप्लाई किया है वो फ्रंट कैरेक्टर पर कहा है कि फ्रंट कैरेक्टर दैट इज बी रिप्लेस करो, लेकिन बैक में करो. बैक इज फ्रॉम ए ऑनवर्ड्स अप टिल द लास्ट कैरेक्टर. राइट, आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड नाउ.
Yes, sir.
Right, great Aman. Perfect. I see so many people have reported done. That means their coding part is done. Okay, now let me revise the schedule because we have already exceeded the time limits, and we also have this problem called mix up to do. But before I go into this problem of mix up, which I will come after, maybe after 5 or 7 minutes. So let me give you a kind of a very short briefing about the internship.swinconsultants.com portal to understand how can you extract the most of it. I repeat, how can you extract the most of it? So if I just go down to the portal internship.swinconsultants.com, okay, and if I click on apply for internships, or if I apply on courses, or if I just scroll, you will come to know what services we are offering. Okay, that's first thing. You can connect with me on LinkedIn over here. You can connect with Simran ma'am on LinkedIn over here. Okay, and these are our alumni. You see, and these are our student testimonials, etc., etc. Great. Now, if I go here and look at the courses which is available, I click on that, you would see that there are a couple of sections. First section is section of internships, virtual and online internships. This is absolutely free for lifelong. You can come and do, but do the internships only when you have the right skills. You see, every internship is requiring some certain skill sets. For example, if anybody wants to come in for 4 weeks Python Django internship, the expectation is that he should know Python coding very well. Otherwise, coming here is wastage of time and energy. Okay, you will not be able to complete it. Cool. Moving further, you have this very interesting animated free course which you can do any point of time. By the way, this recorded video will be available under the section. So there is a section called free webinars on higher studies and free webinars on internships programming. Under the section free webinars on internships programming, you will be actually seeing this video recorded session available. Okay, it's going to be available here. Okay, now as regards our software courses, there are lots over here. I would strongly recommend people to go in for the database programming course so that your database SQL concepts are strong and Python is strong. You can apply for n number of jobs because SQL and Python are two very base things for a lot of companies machine test today. Okay, a lot of companies. So there are other set of companies which require Java and SQL, and some companies require Python and SQL. So, but SQL is a common thing everywhere. Okay, and people are looking for jobs through us, where we give 100% job support to you. There are some job-oriented packages which are also available out over here. No company on earth will give you a package of 10,000 rupees where they're giving you job support. Trust me. Okay. And one more very important thing: all our courses are having virtual online internships. Java is having with Walmart. Python coding course is having with Visa. Statistics is having with Bank of America, and there is one more called Excel programming, which is having with JP Morgan and Chase. Okay, today I'll be releasing the code, which is valid only for 24 hours. I repeat, it's valid only for 24 hours. Either you use it or you leave it. The code goes as SUVN80. It's only meant for databases. I repeat my word, the code goes as SUVN80 and it's valid for 24 hours only. And it's applicable for database normalization and SQL programming. You like to see what all this course contains? I'll take you in. Trust me, once you do the SQL programming course, I don't think anybody can actually challenge you that you don't know SQL. Trust me on that. Okay, so what all you will be getting it? There is a content available for 5 to 6 weeks, assuming that you're giving 1 to 2 hours of study every day. There are going to be live masterclasses like the way you have attended today of SQL. There will be at least 2 live masterclasses from my side where you will be doing something useful in SQL subquery, joins, and problem solving. Because I'm picking up problems from HackerRank and solving it, so obviously I encourage all my students to go in for the global SQL certification on HackerRank itself. I'll be solving only HackerRank problems in the live classes of SQL. Okay, today also I'm solving only HackerRank problems, which you can see here in Python, because I'm a registered member of the HackerRank. So obviously I encourage people to do that. On this portal, when you finish with the course, you will be given a course completion certificate, that is COC. And what all will the course cover is going to cover complete normalization, that is what is 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, and BCNF. You're going to get my complete notes, theory notes of the normalization. You'll be seeing a lot of videos which talk about SQL, about DML, DDL, and how it has to be done, how query solving can be done, and interview questions of SQL are also there part of the course. Now, if I look at the course content, you can actually take a preview of the course content, where you can see that there is the type of database, there is a video, and there is a preview for the quiz. So you can give, one or two quizzes and one or two videos to have a feel of how the course is being designed. Okay, right? So then you have an 80% discount, valid only for, remember, only for 24 hours. So please make sure you do encash it. And like this, one subject is going to come each time whenever you come for the masterclass. Cool. Coming back onto this, so friends, you are having includes virtual experience with all of these companies. Plus, I'm sure you would be noticing, if you are on the tech WhatsApp group, I repeat my words, if you're in the tech WhatsApp group, which I'm sure you are, you would be noticing that there are important information about company placements coming. Like today on our okay, any one of you are on the MS group? Come on, tell me. Any one of you? I'm sure many would be. Any one of you are on the MS group? How many of you? Please say yes. How many of you are on the MS Top University Admission group out of this set of people here? Anyone? No, no, no one, none of you are there on the group. Sara says yes. Okay, Priyanka says yes. Okay, so Priyanka, are you aware that today on the group we had the industry talk from one of the leading universities in Ireland? So what we do is that a lot of universities are connected with us. There are about 700 universities which are connected with us. So the senior professors or the dean or the HOD of various universities come on our portal. That means they send us their link so that they can talk about their college and about their placements. And all the universities we allow people to talk with our students are in the top 100. We don't allow any Tom and Dick university to come and talk with our students. We don't. So we do that filtering for you, so that we are only exposing you to good universities of the world. Okay, so you can ask them open questions. You can come to know what kind of projects they are working on and what is the kind of placements they are having. Okay, right. So that's what is the objective, friends. We are doing all this work with great efforts. So I want you to appreciate our efforts, and the way you can appreciate our efforts is actually enrolling for more and more courses with Swin Consultants. And again, on this portal of internship.swinconsultants.com, from the next month, I repeat my words, from the next month, somewhere around March mid, you will see companies are coming and hiring people who have actually finished with their courses or who have finished with their placement tracks on our portal. Placement track comes at the bottom, if you notice, job oriented packages. Okay, so companies are going to come onto our portal, and they're going to interview people who have finished with one or more courses on our portal. Okay, one or more courses, of course, and one or more internships as well. Okay, cool. So coming back to the problem, don't worry, I will not touch the class assignment for today. I'll be rolling this over for the next session. I'll only do the task 1 today, and task 2 and 3 we'll roll it over for the next session. Plus there is one more notebook of problem solving skills, which is even more difficult than this. So we're going to do that in the next session. Okay, cool. So friends, now I would request my friend, I think Vijay, who came in some time back, who wanted to opt for reading. Vijay, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah, very well. Vijay, so a little introduction about yourself, brief introduction about yourself.
Okay, so hello, sir. Myself Vijay Amble. You might know me that I'm the fellow that I met you with the Nagaraj ma'am itself in the ASSMS College of Engineering, sir.
Correct, 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 correct. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, at Pune, right?
Right, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Vijay, thank you for coming. Can you please take the lead to read this entire question here?
Sure, sir. Okay, so question states that given strings A and B, return a single string with A and B separated by a space, except swap the first two characters of each string. For example, the first string is mix and second string is pod, then the output should be POX space and MID. Second example is given as dog. First string is dog, second is dinner, and the output should be DIG space donor. Assume
Uh,
A
uh-huh.
and B are length 2 or more.
Correct. Can you tell me what exactly would have happened here? Like I didn't understand. Mix pod became pox mid. I didn't understand. Can you explain?
Sure, sir. So it says that the first string, like the first string is mix, that the
Hmm.
first two characters, that is MI, should be
Hmm.
replaced with the second string, that is PO. And the
Correct.
PO of second string should be replaced with the first string of MI. And the output should be printed with a space in between it.
Perfect. Absolutely. So we have basically swapped the first two characters of both the words. Excellent. So all of you friends are having 2 minutes to code the logic and punch your answer over the chat. I'm watching. I'm holding. I'm watching. Mudassir, excellent going. Impressive, Mudassir. Impressive. That was too quick. 30 seconds, you have coded it. Awesome, Mudassir. Very nice. Sabah, impressive. Hats off to Mudassir and Sabah. You have coded in so quick time. Hats off to you. Ahmed Khan, very nice. Vijay also, awesome going. Mohammad Siddiqui, very good. Very nice. Yeah, I'm still going to wait for about a minute more. Patiently code, there is no race. हम सब यहाँ पढ़ने आए हैं, कोई रेस नहीं लगाने आए, तो आराम आराम से करेंगे. Great guys, I see people who have actually punched their answers are all correct. Now let me put down my thinking of coding. Okay, so let me say that I have got a string called a swapped. So how will I put a string called a swapped? See friends, we are having two strings in hand, right? एक a है, दूसरा b है. So what I'm going to do exactly is I will take, I repeat, I will take all characters, not all, I will take the first two characters of the string b, okay, and I will concat it with all the characters of the string a. है ना? I'll take the first two characters of the string b. String b is mid, mid. बराबर? I'll take the first two characters of mid. What is it? It's mi. And I'm going to concatenate with all the characters from second onwards to the last of string a. Simple. Now I can just use my brains and change the variables here. B swapped is equal to, I will take the first two characters of A and rest all the characters of B. Simple. And the next step is to print my name as complete variable. So that's going to be A swapped concat with, if we want to have a space that will look more decent, and then concatenate with the variable be swept. Okay, let me run this piece of code to check. I run this piece of code. I enter the first name, which is Rocky, ROCKY. I press enter. I press my surname, Jaktiani. I press enter. I get Jackie Rockjatani. So that's absolutely fine because JA यहाँ आ गया और RO यहाँ चले गया. Okay, right? Cool. So people who couldn't code along, now they have the code with them, right? They should be able to code and try out their codes. I'll punch my logic also. As Siddiqui, Mudassir, everybody has punched their logic. I'll punch my logic as well. Okay? So whenever you read a problem, friends, you will be saying that, oh, Rocky, sir, are the problems so simple? No, not really. But yes, some companies have few machine test problems where some are simple, some are not. So I have done the simple ones now, and the difficult ones come from the task 1 onwards. I will do the task 1 right now, which is of course easy, but task 2 is difficult. Task 2 is difficult. And therefore, for task 2, the homework which I'm giving you for this week, I will tell you when I give it to you, but I'm telling you right now itself. Task 2, solution with complete explanation, each and every step explanation I have already given here in my drive link. What is in my drive link for task 2? Task 2 drive link contains my complete program to print the alphabet rangoli. Alphabet rangoli basically means a pattern of alphabets of size n. So suppose if you give me n as 3, then the pattern will be printed as follows. Okay, so I will be discussing the logic of, not the code. I will not code in the class. I'm again repeating. I will be discussing the logic of how to understand and break this problem out when I uh, pick up the task 2 from next time. So next time we are going to do the task 2, task 3, task 4, and task 5. Okay, and there's going to one more notebook that's going to come. So if you're wondering when is going to be the next class of Python, our problem solving skills is going to be next week. Is going to be next week, and you'll be getting an update of that on your tech WhatsApp group. After 2 classes of Python coding, there are going to be 2 master classes of Java coding as well. Okay, where similar nature of problems are going to be taken. Maybe a little difficult. Why? Because Java is having lot of data structures of built-in packages. So we are going to use a lot of data structures in Java to solve our problems. Okay, cool. So I would be requesting now one of you to please come ahead to take the lead to read the task 1. I'll request, so can it be one of you to come forward? Vijay, how about you coming forward once again?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so task 1 states that given an integer n, perform the following conditional actions. The conditions are: if n is odd, print weird; if n is even and in the inclusive range of 2 to 5, print not weird; if n is even and in the inclusive range of 6 to 20, print weird; if n is even and greater than 20, print not weird.
I would like to ask you one very simple question. What does inclusive word mean?
Inclusive means in that range, given range, like from 2 to 5 or 6 to 20. So in that range, in between that 2 to 5.
No, no. Inclusive range basically means that you will consider 2 and 5 also.
Oh, okay,
You
right.
get me? If this word was exclusive, that means you will not consider 2 and 5. But if the word is inclusive, it means you will be considering 2 and 5 as well. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right, absolutely. So, friends, is absolutely correct. Maria, Nofil, Priyanka, very good. Now, all of you are having maximum 2 to 3 minutes for solving this problem. Come on, I'm expecting the answers. I will not code it at all. I want answers to come from your side only. Come on, you can do it. It's a very simple if-else logic. And how do you find the number is odd or even? The hint for it is take a mod with 2. Take a mod with 2. You will get an answer. Mod 2. Come on, I'm waiting for answers to come in. Okay, excellent. I see right answers coming in. Uh, First right answer is coming from Hamad. That's absolutely correct. Mudassir, perfect answer. Mamoon Siddiqui, yes. Also, the answer is good enough. Let me try one of them at random. Let me pick up. I'm so sorry. The solution punched in by one of the participants. Let me check this. You're accepting the input and converting it into an integer instantly. Very good. And dumping the answer into the variable n. That's correct. Then you're taking a further mod with 2 to check whether the number is an even number or not. If it is not equal to 0, that means the number is an odd number. You're doing a logical OR to check whether the number is in the range of 6 to 20, because for both of these conditions, I need to print weird, correct? But let's say if the number is, let's say the number is 5. Let's say the number is 5. So the number is 5, that the number is going to be odd, I'll print weird. But if the number is 22, then 22 is not odd, sorry to say, and it's not in this range. So obviously I'll go to the else if part. In the else if, you're trying to check whether the number is in this range, okay, that is 2 to 5, or the number is greater than 20. So if it is so, then you're going to print not weird. 22 will print not weird. Let me check this. Absolutely correct. Going good. How about 2? If I have 2, should print not weird once again. It's going correct. Very nice. Let me check another number. Let's say an odd number, 7. Should print weird. Yes, it's printing weird. That's right. Very good. Right. So friends, I hope you're testing your code as well for multiple input cases. Fantastic class. Fantastic. Very good going. Okay, so friends, there are so many solutions come, so I did not punch the solution because it's done by all of you itself, right? It's all solved by yourself. Okay, now to be very, very honest, I don't want to take up the task 2 or the task 3 now. Instead I want to have an open question and answer round. Anything you like to ask me, related to some career path or probably anything else. But before all that stuff, I want maybe a one-line feedback over the chat. How did you like the session? And how do you like the concept of having a masterclass, so that your concepts are clear by watching the videos on the portal, and then when you come to the masterclass, we do the applications of it. Did you find it useful? Okay. Was my screen and audio clear most of the time? I can understand कभी fluctuation हुआ होगा, but was my audio and video clear most of the time? Yes, clear. Okay. Great. Thank you, class. So that means I'm going in the right direction. It is the requirement for the students, so it is going in the same right direction. Thank you, Aman. Thank you, Vijay. Right. Great. So friends, now we are going to be having such master classes, so please keep your slot reserved. Thursday 7 to 9 p.m. Kareeb 7 to 9 p.m. Kindly keep it reserved. You will have some or the other masterclass, whether it's on SQL or whether it's on Java, whether it's on Python, whether it's on SQL programming or Excel, Microsoft Excel, or maybe on Tableau. So it's going to have something or the other is going to keep on happening. I'm going to talk of all those things which are needed today by the IT companies. I'll not talk about machine learning and data science and NLP and CV. No big things. Without the core being clear, there is no sense to do big things. Always remember that. 90% people go for the big things and they leave the core. And that's the reason you see success rate is very low. Success rate will be good if your core is strong, then you slowly, gradually build up on the higher things. Right? Cool. So friends, now I'm open to answer any question which is related to the portal, any suggestions which you want to give me, I'm open to that. Okay, yeah. So I will stop the recording now. Why? Because that part need not be recorded. It's an open and ended the question and answer round. So just allow me to stop the recording in a minute.